and welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, home of the Bayou Bengals and the stadium called Death Valley since the late 50s. A top 25 showdown coming up, two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Mustangs will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The LSU Tigers offense will get the first possession of the game. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Finds his man. It's Dalton. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. They'll give it to the back. LSU will get a first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years. Foundation, the running game.
Don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The throw to the outside is complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Tigers are on the move. They'll leave it with him. Still on his feet at the 45. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll line up for a second down play. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Bond. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Looking to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And that pass is intercepted.
This is obviously a quarterback that has had a lot of success here in recent weeks, and you wonder maybe if he's feeling himself just a little bit too much, a little bit too eager here on the opening drive, taking a shot deep down the field he probably shouldn't have, and the defense made him pay for it with the INT.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Quick release on the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. it definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They'll try to run for it. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. The Mustangs line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, he's off to the races. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? So instead of having a first down, they'll back it up. The offensive pass interference that defenses everywhere wish would be called more often. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Quick completion on the out, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They're working that left side. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He's got it on the right. At the 45, on his way. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. On first down, here comes this offense. Dropping back, it's Hunter. He looks that one in nicely. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. And the Mustangs getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can
throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, SMU.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. They'll try the run. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. What a nice job finding the back on the angle route. That's a tough thing to cover.
And I love the matchup for this quarterback. He knew there on 3rd down. He had the one-on-one with his running back and that defender. Nice job on the route, crossing the defender's face. Easy completion. The drive stays alive.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Dalton.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to...
A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. The Tigers get it past the sticks.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice have.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. On to attempt the try. Right down the boulevard. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Missouri just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory. And that's really the standard there in Columbia. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Some misdirection with the counter. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Mustangs send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. Dropping back, it's Hunter. Gets open down the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll throw it on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific game from there in Death Valley. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. He'll start this drive firing. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field, and they wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. I'm curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And the Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Fires one high and deep. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Reads it, fires complete. And without that spin move, I'm not sure he would have gone very far at all, but a solid pickup on the play. Now on second down after the good first down run. Handoff to the single running back. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Might as well give it to him again. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Makes the grab. It's Dalton. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. With jet sweep pass. Touchdown LSU! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not 1, not 2, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Quick strike complete. Discards a man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 1st down for this offense. The run from the shotgun.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45. Offense set on 1st down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back has it. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball?
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again.
All kinds of running room. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Trying to get to him. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Hunter. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw. He'll take a shot. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Runs through a tackle. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Here we go. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning it. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. On the move at the 30. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They'll give it to him again. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back